We are 6 weeks into the year and thus 6 weeks into our New Year's resolutions. I will go over my weekly results. I will go over my wins and drawbacks for the past week, and then I will look over goals for this coming week. To the right, you will see a condensation of my New Year's resolution. It is essentially a nutrition and fitness intervention. It is subject to change, of course. So for this past week, I weighed in at 275.6. Compared to what my 1 pound per week average, I am making somewhat significant progress. Relative to last week, I lost 0.8 pounds. Compared to my ghost, I am 1.4 pounds lower. And compared to the beginning of the year, I am down 6.4 pounds. This is a visual representation of that progress. The red line that you see before you is the expected weight results. As you can see, it is a perfect line, and it simply expresses precisely 1 pound loss per week. The blue results you see are my actual weight results. And so the goal is quite simple. Stay under the red line for as long as I possibly can, and preferably end the year under the red line. So far, I am under the red line fairly comfortably. But if I maintain this trend, I can anticipate weighing 231 by the end of the year or less. So for this past week, there are a few notable wins. I was able to successfully maintain a 44-hour fast with minimal strain. I was able to average 1 to 2 meals per day each day, and I was able to maintain 18 to 24-hour fasting. I did go to the gym fairly frequently, and my clothes fit better. So all of these are pointing me into the right direction. And I did at least lose some weight this past week as well. I deviated from my nutrition intervention. I did not follow or record properly this past week for most days, and likely has contributed to me falling short this week with losing less than 1 pound. The goal obviously for me is to average 1 pound per week. It was likely that I did keep my insulin elevated due to the deviation, which impaired fat burning, and as such, by hitting a caloric deficit, it forced my body to preferentially lower metabolic rate instead of preferentially burn fat. And so going forward for this coming week, I am going to push myself to eat no more than 1 meal per day. And I'm going to challenge myself to increase my extended fast to 48 hours. I will also work toward hitting the gym 5 times per week. The main focus for doing this daily is mainly to get out of the home and to prevent boredom, which would lead to bored eating. So at the very least, as long as I'm away for 5 days, I can use that to resist any chances of me deviating from my intervention. Furthermore, I am going to push myself to reliably fill out my FitnessPal entries each day. And so we shall see what this will do for me for the following week. Thanks for watching.